You believed tenderness was weakness. That softness meant you'd be walked over. You held yourself so tightly, you forgot what it felt like to just unfold. You became fluent in "I'm fine," expert in changing the subject, master of the polite smile that never quite reached your eyes. You perfected the art of disappearing behind the performance. You mistook hardness for strength, believed that needing care meant you were failing. But strength without tenderness is just rigidity wearing a mask of control. You normalized the ache, believed this was just how you were wired, that softness was optional, that your true self was too fragile to show. You equated asking for help with weakness, believed that leaning on others meant you were broken. So you carried the load alone, even when your soul craved tenderness. But what if strength isn't about holding it all together? What if it's about finally recognizing the load was never yours to carry alone, and choosing to soften? You fear what happens if you stop. If you let your guard down, will you be overwhelmed? Will you crumble completely? That underneath letting go means you were never strong enough? You've worn the label of tough like a badge, not realizing it was also a cage that kept you from showing your pain, from being truly seen and cared for. You've learned that being needy meant being burdensome. So you numbed, you distanced, you buried the feelings so deep. You forgot they were yours to feel and honor. The truth is, the holding itself is the exhaustion, the performing, the numbing, the constant management of how strong you appear. It's what's draining you. You've been told to be hard, to soldier on. But what if soldiering on is what's keeping you from truly healing? You've spent so long being the character everyone needed, you've almost forgotten what it feels like to just be. To exist without a script, without needing to manage the image of your hardness. What if letting go isn't failure? What if it's the bravest act of self-respect you can offer? What if it's the first step towards real tenderness? You are not too fragile. You are not broken. You are human. And being human means having limits, having needs, having a right to exist without constant fortification. Real strength, real resilience, isn't built on your performance of toughness. It's built on your presence, exactly as you are, messy, complex, and whole. Healing is not about erasing the past. It's about integrating it, making peace with the part of you who learned to be hard, and giving her permission to rest, to feel, to be tender. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to be uncertain. You are allowed to take up space without apology. You are allowed to be tender. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world taught you that strength meant silence. It's about coming home to yourself. You don't have to hold it anymore. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to be perfect. You can start right where you are, honoring the part of you that's been waiting to soften. Start listening again to your body, to your boundaries, to that small voice that whispers, "This doesn't feel right." It's time to stop normalizing what harms you and start honoring what heals you. You are worthy of love exactly as you are. Not for the act you put on, but for the beating heart beneath it. Not for your performance, but for your presence. Healing is not about erasing the past. It's about rewriting the story. Not to forget the pain of holding on, but to understand its role and reclaim your power to release. The burden you carried was never yours alone to bear. It was a weight placed upon you by a world that didn't understand. And now, it's time to lay it down. You are not broken. You are human. You are complex. You are worthy of love, support, and gentle healing, exactly as you are. If this resonated with you, you're not alone. Sometimes the deepest wounds are the quietest. For a gentle guide to help you identify, understand, and begin to heal these hidden parts of yourself, explore the link in the description.